Good evening, YouTube. I hope you guys are doing well. Nice to see you all. We are back in SBK. I have just been playing some Among Us over on Twitch. So if you ever are interested in joining us for Among Us, I play Among Us with my community on Twitch on Wednesdays before I go live here on the YouTubes. I'm just going to pop a little note out that we are now... here, let me just end that thing. End event. Let me just pop a little notification out so people know that we have gone live on the YouTubes and on the SBK, because the SBK does not know yet. Nether notifications and da-boom. Aha! Okay, notification has been sent. Actually, I forgot to do my customary tip promo there. Okay, cool. All done, all up and going. We are ready to build. So, hello. Hi, hi. I'm going to say hi, hi. Open and streaming. And we are streaming today. Good. Okay. Yes, we should do this plenty of times. It was a good session. It's been a minute since we were able to play Classic. I like playing Classic. It's a nice challenge. Like, the hide and seek is a bit of fun, but I do enjoy doing proper Classic Among Us. Okay, you can see my inventory is filled with stuff. I've also been experimenting with some colors here. So I think, actually, let's try this now. Since we actually are talking about it briefly, I'm going to try red here and see how it looks like with the glow ink here and see if this is the right contrast. Either red or could be purple instead. It's not very bright purple. We could do the magenta. Is magenta purple and white? Out of curiosity. Don't think it is. What's magenta color again? Magenta. Oh, red, blue, and white. Oh, that's interesting. So it need red, a blue, and 2 red, wasn't it? That was it, wasn't it? Magenta. Or purple and pink. Do purple and pink. Oh, we got a bunch of options. Red, so 2 reds and a white. Okay, we can try that. There we go. 2 reds. Magenta. I want to try this. I have every color. Oh, cool. I like that one. What does that... Where'd you get that? Have every color. Make every dye of color possible. Okay, I like that contrast. So what I was thinking is we just... when we get the dye and stuff, we can we can illuminate all of our signs and make them colorful as well. So that's what I was thinking. So anyway, what are we working on today? First of all, we actually got a little book, a little lectern here now for Janice. So that has been new. And that lectern there is currently doing the thing. Also, actually, I need to just do one thing for spoilers. Let me go here. Okay, cool. I just need to do one little thing for spoilers. Ooh, I didn't do that, did I? I think I can fix that. I've got that recorded. Okay. Let me just put these away so that these spoilers are not going to cause issues. These are just like spoilers for the video that I have to keep off of stream. Okay, we're back. We're back. We're back. The axolotl stuff, I needed to do a little change or something. But yeah, we have we've been doing some stuff and things. Let me show you what our task is today. It's going to involve... Hi, Janice. I don't want to open this book right now because this is also spoilers. There's spoilers in that book. We have a fresh tea and a ramen cup. We're locked in. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Also, I did a little bit of tidying up of the corridor here because I realized there's actually a bit that was removed. So one of the features of this corridor is that there's warped trapdoors behind here, and I realized I had a quick look and I realized they have been removed. So I fixed it. So it's now back to normal. Actually, I like this because you can really see it, feel like it looks like there's vines behind the door. So really liking that. Okay. Yeah, animals are out here. And I have begun building little islands. Each of these islands is going to be home to a different group of animals. So over here, I think everyone can kind of guess what house this is for. This here is a little barn for our mushrooms. And I got inspired by a friend. So this took me a while to figure out what I wanted to do. I knew I wanted to build little islands for all the animals. But I was talking in a chat with a bunch of friends, actually not Minecraft, people who who wouldn't really do Minecraft too much. But one of the things that came up was geodes. I was like, oh, that's brilliant! Like, we got geodes like just like popping up all around the Skyblock. Skyblock is just a geode place. So we have built this little geode here, and another one down there, and and on top of it we have the little spot up here with a little bit of ground for the islands. So this one's obviously for the mushrooms. I wonder if anyone can tell me what this island is going to be for without me saying anything. I'll just give you guys a good big long look for a second. Yes. We can see the cat trees. Okay, I love bundles because I have everything I need to build the rest of these islands in my inventory. So let's go get on top of Corny, and we'll do that. That is going to be your forever home, Slip. Yep, that is your forever home. And by the way, I do plan on connecting these islands together. So there'll be a little bridge system like this hanging bridge here. So I'm going to use these little hanging bridges here to connect all these little islands here. And that's how we're going to do it. There is a Mr. Elfie online now. Hello, Elfie. Hello, Elfie. Yep, so hoping you're doing a big yard for your dogs. I do have a design for the dogs as well. It is going to be a similar sized island. But I did do a little design for them too. And they've even got a little mini kennel as well. There's dogs go in the kennel. They have one kennel, but they've got a nice little area just like to hand out. Dogs set as a cat. Yes. Okay, just need to have a snowball in case I need to bring real Corny in. Okay, we are not losing any... Here, coming closer. I don't want to lose any of these. Even though I do have the means of making more. Corny, over here, please. Let's go! Nala, today's mission is to make islands for our animals. So, all our animals are going to have little islands for them to live on, and yeah. And it gives me an opportunity. If I get more animals in our kingdom, I can make more islands, and we actually have tons of space to just like dot little islands around the area. So yeah, it's going to be lovely. So that is that one. do I have... I have got it turned on. Okay, I have done these all in creative, by the way, as well. So we've got a Lightmatic, a schematic here to work with. And got this to work with. I need to turn on flashback because we are doing this as a time lapse. Axie Island. Is that for like axolotls? No, the axolotls are going to stay in the aquarium that I've made for them. So they actually have a proper... They're going to have like an actual little place to live inside the base. Okay. Sorry. But yeah, it's a nice little thing to work on. And I've got like a little template that I can just kind of like make, customize the style of island according to the type of animal that's going to be living there. And we're not going to host every single animal type. That's just not probably what we're going to end up doing in this season, because we've got lots of other things we want to do this season too. And if I was to just do a zoo, well, that'd be... Yeah, I'm not doing a Scar on it. I'm not going to do Good Times with Scar, who did do a zoo in his Hermitcraft season. Really cool idea. But yeah, if I was doing that, I'd much rather do like a fully themed thing, which was like proper zoo and everything. Zoo is the nature reserve. There is the nature reserve as well, and the nature reserve has got that zoo element to it too. But I think if I was to do like animals like full on to the next level, I would consider doing a whole... Oh, Alfie's just gone live as well. Huh. So got loads of people live today. That's so cool. There has been a lot of people streaming today, actually, from SBK. I mean, think, because like Acorn was streaming, then Nuke went live as well. Nuke was live, and Ruby wasn't live, but he was playing with Acorn and building with Acorn. So like, and now Viking is live. Vintage will probably go. I think Vintage goes live on Wednesdays as well. We got Elfie live. Everyone is live. Everyone is living. Oh wait, a Strider Island for Janice's farm. Janice has got her office right now, and actually I don't really want to put Janice outside because this biome does produce rain. So I think Janice is quite happy with the little location that I have created for her. I haven't had any complaints from her yet. Not regarding her living situation anyway. I have had complaints about me not getting the room done, but that's the thing. It'll get done. It will get done. Now for Janice, for her family. Oh, that's a good point. I think maybe her family might live in the Nether. So we may, because like I do eventually want to do some base building in the Nether as well. So that is one of my goals too. Let me just do that. Can I grab this from below? I could make a big lava lake. I think what I'll probably end up doing for Janice's family I'll probably end up doing it in the Nether though, as I'll probably end up creating a whole location for them to live inside my nether site base that I'm going to be working on in the future. So that's probably what will end up happening instead of doing one in the overworld. One in the overworld would definitely require making sure that there is cover for any rain that may come and try and wipe out Janice's family. Unintentionally, but then again, rain doesn't necessarily do things on purpose. Oh, hello there! Hi! Cece! How are you doing? Let's get a shout out for Cece. Hi, I'm Cece. How are you doing, my dudes? Who is coming in with CC? Choo choo, CC Raid! Hello! CC Raiders, just to clarify, if you don't know who I am, my name is Nathan. I'm an Irish content creator who does an awful lot of Skyblock. We are currently here on Skyblock Kingdoms, and I am building Sky Islands. We're currently making little islands for our animals that we own to live on. So we've got a little spot there for our cats. We've got a spot up there for our mushrooms. And we're currently building, I think this one is for my parrots. Still a bit ill, but we were doing your alphabet challenge. How far are you? What letter are you on at this stage in the alphabet challenge? I have to know. The happy gas must be a godsend for you all. Happy? Oh. Give me a second. If you've got just like maybe, you know how fast these guys are. So just give me, here, I better pause this because that's actually just going to add a whole bunch of time onto my thing. Give me like 30 seconds and you'll just see how useful these happy gas are and just how many we actually have. We actually just had one up for adoption there today. Someone came over and adopted one of our veterans. From the massacre of from the Wither boss. We have reached brown bed on my third attempt. Yes, dude, that's brown bed. Like I'm trying to imagine going through the whole thing and managing it. Like that sounds so tricky, but almost done with letter B. Yes, these are the veterans and the survivors. So, Fool decided he wanted wither roses. We have a lot of dried gas because we've got the bartering farm. He placed a whole bunch of them. He hydrated a whole bunch of them. There is probably well over 100 here. And then he let loose a wither boss. Yeah. It had mixed reactions from the community, to say the least. But let's just say we have a lot of happy guests here looking for lovely homes across the server. I wish I could send them out beyond the server, but unfortunately that is not an option. I feel like there may be more optimal ways of getting them. Yes, there are. There definitely are more optimal ways of getting wither roses. I think probably it was. You have to get to know Fool though. Have to get to know Fool though. He has a way of coming out with ideas, and then yeah, it's interesting. The babies, no. Do you know what, guys? I think these babies are fairly safe for now. We will. I think I did talk to Duvid at one point and suggest to Duvid that he set up a ghast sanctuary, but he hasn't done that yet. Maybe at some point. He barely got any of my memory serves. He didn't get many at all. No, we did, like the thing is, too many things fell off the platform. There are ways to be more productive about it, and I think once we get to the end, we will have a very easy way of producing wither roses. So, yeah. Anyway, there is the Nether Kingdom from behind, and I cannot wait because I have been designing a brand new giant shroom, and that giant shroom is going to make this island look a lot less industrial. You need an adoption center for them or a sanctuary. That's a good point. It might be something I'll get round to in the future. We've got a lot of projects on our hands, so it will. Like we could do a whole little an adoption spot in the center. I also need to find places for my. Thank you so much for the lurk. You can look after yourself. If anyone needs to raid and run as well, if anyone needs to look after themselves after a stream, please do. It's very important to look after yourself after a stream if you've been going for a long while. But yeah, we do have a load of axolotls that are going to need to be rehomed as well in the near future. So that is something to keep in mind too. Okay, back to the thing. Let's unpause the recording and keep building our next island. So these are the islands for our animals. Here come the animals. Well, let's see. Happy gas are a little bit finicky sometimes. That's either coarse dirt or dirt. Coarse dirt. You vote human clothes. What? I need opinions. Should I draw Vampire Owen in his vamp clothes or his human clothes? Ooh, okay, yeah. I think, like, I do like the... they're both good options. It's kind of hard to choose which. But I think you got someone who has already given you the answer there. So just suppose you can go with that. Is this... What's this block here? Is that water? Water, water, water. I am confused about that block there. I'll do both, but I needed to do one for now. Ah, that's fair. Yeah, you need to. It's good to have a start anyway. Smooth basalt. Oh, that's granite. Okay. Pretty sure I picked up all the resources that I need for this build. So yes, there is the granite. Granite is a nice variant in texture. Did I miss some blocks down here? No, I did not. Okay, cool. Gemstone block. Yeah, I think I did put down some water in this design. Oh, this one here. Okay, you go here. You go here. Coarse dirt. Coarse. It's always hard to tell which is coarse dirt and dirt if you don't have the contrasting blocks beside each other. And is this all coarse? Coarse, coarse, coarse. Of course it is. And that goes there. And then that must all be water then. It says smooth basalt. Yeah, I'm guessing that's water. Okay, cool. What layer are we at? We're at the layer that I can probably tie up Horny and just work from the island itself. Okay, so we're going to do this, 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 this. And this block here. Awesome. Okay, I think these are both water. No, I think it's just flowing water from there. Is that right? What about that? What have I done wrong here? Pick you up, pick you up. Ah, okay, the water's actually flowing from further up. Okay, right, that's fine. Right, next layer. And... Anyway, where was that? That goes there. Kind of focusing on the building at the moment. Actually, I think this is the first stream I'm having since Avid and Marmalade made their announcement. I'm pretty sure it is. Isn't it? I think it is. Has anyone not heard of Marmalavid's announcement? And yes, I always call it Marmalavid. Never. I don't think I've ever called it Avalade. I know that that's another name for the two of them together. But has anyone not heard of Marmalade and Avid's announcement? You have? What do we think? Who saw it coming? I know I did because I knew because, well, friends. I'm confused about it, to be honest. Like in what we found it earlier from someone in chat. And before I knowed, never saw it, and now it's so obvious. You didn't see it beforehand. Oh, actually, I should do the dirt path. Grass, dirt, grass. Found it earlier from someone in chat. Didn't want to assume, so just politely did not think about implications. Might have missed something. You may have missed something. Nana's too innocent. Okay, well, I think since it has been announced and there's already fan art in the Skyblock Kingdom's community Discord, um, Avid and Marmalade are engaged. Yep. I still haven't seen the rings. I need to chase after them about that because I need to see the rings. But yeah, they're engaged. So yeah, we have Skyblock Kingdoms has got its first engaged or first fiance pair on the server. Like I don't know if I don't know if the community ever saw it coming. Obviously we know Marmalade and Avid a bit better than you guys. But actually I don't know. They just announced it. Like I know I only found out a couple of days ago about their engagement. So I only found out a few days ago about their engagement. I did know about that they've been seeing each other for a while. But yeah, but then again, I don't know all the details about their courtship or relationship or whatever you call it. But yeah, I do know that they've been together for a little while now, and yeah, they're just they. Looking at the two of them, I can see how happy they make each other. I also can see how you also see how like they like when you know when you see their relationship, you're like, yeah, I can see it because like there's the whole like teasing and all that jazz, especially that comes along with those two. But yeah, it's a oh, I'm so happy for them because like it's just yeah, it's good. It's a wonderful wonderful news to hear, and I think I was probably just I was a little bit surprised that they maybe got engaged now. But then again, also I'm not surprised. This is like I suppose they were like, you know what, let's go for it. Oh, you're gonna knock me off if I'm not careful. I didn't know they were dating, but I definitely felt like there was something going on there. It just wasn't my business. Very happy for them. Yes, the thing is, they weren't really being public about. They weren't being public about dating. That was the thing. They weren't being public about dating. So there was no public knowledge out there about their dating status. So don't worry. Everything is. It's a bit like I don't know who watches Dan and Phil. Dan is not on fire, and Dan Howell and Phil Lester, because they actually go by their actual names now instead of their old YouTube channel names. But if you didn't hear about that, a big surprise. They've been seeing each other for 16 years, pretty much since the start of their YouTube channels, or at least the first time since they made videos together. It was like, yeah, we knew. And when they came out as gay, I was like, yeah, guys, we kind of knew. I was being polite about it because like I'm not the kind of person who goes out and says, "Oh, you should be telling everyone exactly what you're that you're gay or that we own your lives because you share your stuff in public." No. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's just rude. From where I stand, it seemed like there was something going on, but even now that is public knowledge. It's still surprising. I'm still here, but I've been on the lurk mode. That's fair. That's fine. Get to know. Yeah, that is a lovely. I'm thrilled for them, and I'm thrilled to see like the community have been like posting like fan art and stuff for them as well. And that's been pretty cool too. I think I'm going to come back in here with some bone meal. Oh, Kitrix is here! Aye! We got Kit online. She hasn't been able to get online too much in the last little while. Been so busy with IRL stuff she has been. So it's awesome to see her online too. Yay, Kit's here. Love it. Also, anyone want to guess what this jungle island is for? Which animal this one is for? I'm curious to see if people can guess these ones. I'm gonna do. Where are you? Do I have trapdoors there? Thank you very much for the hydrate, buddy. I'm suspicious that my husband is gay. That's partly because I'm also a man. Do you know what? Slip. I'm not sure. Are you sure? Are you sure he's gay? I don't know. Have you talked to him about it? Like, maybe he's not ready to talk about it yet. Maybe he's just like, maybe he's just happy being your husband and sorry. Okay, could do that there. Yes. Yes. Okay, that does that. So what I'm gonna do? No, we'll keep that there. Okay, we can get some more water if we need to later. The parrots are coming here. Yes, the parrots are coming here. Yes. I don't know if I brought any bone meal with me. I didn't. Okay, so I'm going to go get some bone meal for this island later. Maybe when I... Actually, do you know, I'll probably... Oh. Corny. Do you mind? I'm trying to build. Okay. I know I'm not using you right now to build, but like that's no reason to push me off the trees and stuff. Okay. I've got a feeling he's going to be the death of me someday. Especially when I'm doing a build or something. But yes, we are very happy for the happy couple, and wishing them all the best in their preparations for matrimony and wedding and stuff, because yep, weddings, they take work. They take quite a bit of work. I may not be married, but I have been involved enough in the work of a wedding to know what kind of level of stress can be involved. As someone who has played at many a wedding as a musician, yeah, there's quite a bit of work involved. Ooh, I can use the trap. Where those pressure plates? Here we go. Pressure plate here. You go there. Uh-huh. Spoiled parrots. The sparrows are gonna love this, I think. Sparrots? What's a sparrowt? That is not where that goes. Okay, thankfully that is here. You played at weddings as an actual job. A job. Now, by playing at weddings, I mean playing at the ceremony, because so I can play church organ. Because I play church organ, I can play at like the church ceremonies for weddings. I have done a couple of weddings which were not in church. Actually, I got to play at one of the first same-sex marriages in Ireland, as one of the first legal ones. So a friend of mine, she'd been with her partner for absolutely donkey's years, and I mean, like, they've been together like a really long time. And so they... Oh, I did the wrong button. Okay, so they basically, what they did is so in Ireland we had a referendum to legalize same-sex marriage, and they decided, okay, to hell with it, we're going to book our wedding pretty much like the weekend after the referendum. So I'm out of leaves. Am I completely out of leaves? Phew, I've got some more of these here. Okay, hopefully that's enough. But yeah, they booked... Oh, that's not correct. Aha. Okay, so yeah, they booked... Oh, can I get back up there? Yeah, so they booked their wedding for pretty much very shortly after the referendum happened. And so they were basically counting on the Irish voting in favor of their wedding. Because, like, if the referendum hadn't passed, they wouldn't have been legally allowed to get married. Fortunately, Ireland voted, I think, like 67 or 69% in favor of same-sex marriage. I know, incredibly boring, because like it's same-sex but yeah. So they got that I got to play the music at the ceremony, and it was lovely. It was absolutely lovely. Did I sing it as well, or was I just playing? I'm trying to remember. So I think I might have just been playing the keyboard for that. I'm not sure if I did. Let me just remove that message. But yeah, I'm not sure if I can try to remember if I sang as well. I might have. Because it was my first wedding. It was actually the only wedding I've ever done outdoors. Because and here's the thing: when you do a wedding in Ireland outdoors, when you do a wedding outdoors, you also need to have an option for doing it indoors in Ireland, because there's always a chance that the rain could come. So yeah. Anyway, it was at a hotel, so they had obviously the option for doing an indoor wedding as well if they needed to, if the weather turned. But yeah, so that's my experience of doing. But most of the weddings that I've done would be church-based weddings, because I did most of my weddings I actually played at when I was in college, because I got the job as the college organist for a year. And there's one thing about Trinity College Dublin, and I'm not doxing myself by telling you where I went to college, because a large portion of my city went to Dublin, to University College Dublin. When I was organist there, they had weddings nearly every single weekend, and then during the summer even more. I did better out of playing at weddings than I did from just like getting the scholarship that I got for the organ scholar. So organ scholar doesn't pay you very well for playing at the services in the church, as in like you get, but for the weddings, it was very nice, because that was quite good rates there. Now I think I'm going to leave off the vines of this build, because honestly, vines just get everywhere, and I don't want to have to deal with string. It's just too much hassle, really. So I think I'm going to leave the vines off and just go with things here. As much as I did want an outdoor wedding, I was not going to take that gamble. You kind of need to live in a place where you don't have to worry about the weather if you're going to do an outdoor wedding, I think. That's kind of like my philosophy on doing an outdoor wedding. You kind of need to have a place where it's gonna work. Okay, I think this island is done. Except for getting a little bit of bone meal, but I need to wait for the grass to spread out. Do I do a location wedding? So most of the time when I do weddings now, I don't actually do very many weddings anymore. I only do weddings now if it's oh, I missed a couple here. Oh no, that's the vines. So I only really do weddings now that I have at work. I can go that way. So work. So I do occasionally play weddings at work, and then if someone reaches out to me about playing at a wedding, I will, like a friend or something like that, I will happily look into it. But yeah, there's a lot of people out there that are in the wedding business here, so it's not exactly something that I am doing the business end of. So it's If I was doing a bit more business with it, I would, yeah. Well, it's a lot. I've got plenty to keep me busy without having to do weddings. And when you deal with weddings, a lot of the time you have to also deal with, occasionally you have to deal with the crazy brides, as I like to call them. Same-sex marriage has been legal for over 20 years where I live, but ironically, marriage itself is rather unpopular in my culture. I've only ever been to 2 weddings. Ooh. Bridezillas. Yes. They do exist. I can confirm that bridezillas do exist. Sometimes it's a groomzilla. But yeah, generally it is more often the bride. Or sometimes just the bride reacting to the mother of the bride. Mothers of the bride, very powerful politicians in weddings. Very powerful. So, because like, sometimes weddings are more than just the couple. Sometimes weddings are also the family as well, and yep, that is like, I can say that particularly with so both my brothers have gotten married, and in the case of my second brother's wedding, like, that wedding was ultra organized, and that was in no small part down to the mother of the bride as well. She didn't run everything, but she did create a whole big schedule for the day, which actually I enjoy a good schedule. I can appreciate the work that goes into a good schedule. But yeah, there is sometimes you get people who you're like, ooh, maybe not. Yeah, but my mother-in-law wanted a lot of say in ours, and we had to keep reminding her that we got the final say. Yeah, so many wedding horror stories on the internet. Actually, fun fact: at one point, so one of the weddings I did in college, I was playing so at the end of the wedding, you play music while the bride and groom are signing the register. So at the end of a lot of weddings here, you have a little signing of the register where you sign the official documents and stuff. At the same time, the photographer takes a huge amount of photos. So generally it takes quite a bit of time, because it's not just about signing the register, it's also about getting the perfect angles for all the photos that need to be taken by the photographer. So you always have to wait for that. Anyway, so that was happening. I was waiting for the photographer to do her thing, or his thing, or their thing. And I was playing the music. Keep going. I'm up. Keep in mind, I'm right at the back of the chapel. They're at the other end of the chapel. That's like at least 100 meters away. So I am waiting for them to be ready. I'm still waiting. I'm waiting. Generally, the rule is that the photographer gives me a little wave or a little nod to let me know when they're ready. The photographer was just up there constantly taking photos and photos and photos and photos, while the bride and groom were all of a sudden just like, okay, I couldn't quite tell whether they were ready to go. And then all of a sudden the groom just shouts up, "Kevin, will you play the song?" So oh, there you go. You got. Pretty sure I've talked about my name on Twitch before, anyway. But yeah, he just called me up, and was like, and actually he put that clip. I think up on YouTube at the time. Because I found it a couple of years later. I was like, what's going on here? But anyway, it is all good. Actually, that was not the bad wedding. The wedding that drove me nuts was when the bride showed up 45 minutes late, and I had another wedding. So the wedding was supposed to start at half 11. She showed up at 12:15, and I had another wedding starting at 2 o'clock. And generally those weddings will last for about at least about an hour. To her own wedding. Oh, look. It's traditional to be late for your wedding, but to be that late? Yeah, she didn't even tell me why. I didn't have time to find out why she was so late. But, yeah, she ridiculously late. But at the same time, I could tell that this is going to be a late wedding because her brother came up to me at 20 to 12. This is already like 10, technically 10 minutes late, asking me, "Oh yeah, I'm going to sing this song in the ceremony. Can you play for me?" I said, "Do you have the music?" No, I don't. Can you do? No, I don't have anything that I can. I don't know the song, and I am currently playing the background music for this wedding while waiting for you guys to show up. And it's like, yeah, no, I can't do that. You're on your own, mate. So there's late and then there's late. Yeah, fashionably late for a wedding is fine. It's expected. If someone's like within 15 minutes of the starting time of a wedding, that is not the end of the world for me. But yeah, it's that was a case of like you turn up late to your own funeral, and that's not on. That's just not on. It's just like rude. Because like it really, really kind of like says, "Oh, this is my day," or even just like there was no kind of indication to say from anyone to say, "Oh, she's been massively delayed because like of an incident or something." Like that I can forgive because then someone's actually communicated with me. Like there was another wedding which I did where we were actually ready to go on time. But unfortunately, the bride's dress ripped when she came into the church. And it wasn't a good rip. So, fortunately, there were a couple of people there who had an inkling about dressmaking or being seamstresses and stuff. They had a bit of an idea of how to help out. But yeah, that's a story that so I could tell that she'd come into the church, and I was like, okay, we're ready to go. And then someone comes up to me and says, "Oh, this has happened." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just play music over and play music for the time that was needed, just to give her time to give them time to get sorted. But like, just like, anyway, those are some of the horror stories. I know it's not crazy horror stories, but like, anytime you get someone talking, anyone who does weddings, there's always stories to be had when you're in the business. And some of them could be quite amusing. Some of them can be like, "Oh, that's awful. I'm so sorry to hear that happen to you." But in the end of the day, it's not the weddings usually turn out to be lovely days. And even with all the little things that don't necessarily go right, that is just part and parcel of life, really. Things aren't supposed to be perfect. Let me just check that mycelium is spreading. It is fantastic. I do need to get some over this side though. I don't think it's going to spread over there. But yeah, it's awesome. The last wedding I was at, my cousins, we won the Rugby World Cup. Okay, that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Is that on the same day or close to the same day? That's pretty awesome. Where have I got these cauldrons? I need one in here and the rest go here. I think this one here, yeah, there's mycelium. So this is for the brown mushrooms. Just to be careful where I put my coarse dirt. Coarse dirt there, and then this is all mycelium, I think. Yeah, mycelium. I haven't made mycelium. I'm just going to place down a block of mycelium and let it spread. So yeah, same day. The after party was just everyone in the bar watching the game against New Zealand. Dude, and like I'm pretty sure rugby is huge in South Africa as well. So, like the fact that like yeah, it's like yeah, because South Africa, there's just some countries out there that like they are rugby nations. Coming from a rugby nation, I understand. Um, it's like Ireland is pretty big on the old rugby thing, and yeah, quite an important sport for this country here. Considering like really high up on the, like Ireland is pretty high up on the rankings in rugby as well. It's like South Africa, New Zealand. Those countries are very big into the rugby. Brings a broken country together, so that's the important thing. The South Africa in me wants to tease you, lol. Go for it, dude. I've been look at this stage, from what I understand, because I don't massively follow the rugby, but what I do understand about the international rugby at the moment is that there's definitely kind of like a little bit of a thoughts again, like kind of like a thought that Ireland is a little bit cocky at the moment when it comes to rugby, and it can be a little bit and there's been a little bit of in your face about it, I suppose, at the moment in the last couple of years anyway. I definitely have heard from like say like the British teams, like people who like follow Wales or Scotland or England and stuff, like they're saying like yeah, Ireland, like it used to be everyone would meet everyone in the Six Nations, which is it's a competition that happens annually between Ireland, Wales, Scotland, England, France, Italy. So those Six Nations. And yes, the UK is one of those few countries in the world where like you actually have the nations break down into the teams rather than the UK actually competing. So, but yeah, that Six Nations, for a long time, it was always like everyone was like, okay, the only team that everyone wants to beat is England. But nowadays, I think that attitude might have changed, shifted a little bit. Everyone's kind of like, oh, Ireland's being a little bit cocky now. But anyway, I don't 100% know. I haven't fully followed it in the last... I followed it for a little bit, but I wasn't the best at following it. But it is a big sport here. Yes, well, given that you guys were ranked first in the world with the previous championships and still could not get out of the quarterfinals, is just a little ironic. Yeah. That's just a typical thing of Ireland, though. It's like you get into a position where you're like, okay, we're like one of the top teams in the world, and then they just fail when it comes to actually performing in the competition or whatever. It's just so typically Irish. Like, it is very... sorry, not sorry. Well, the nice thing is I'm not a massive rugby fan, so I won't be arguing with you too much about it anyway, so... But I do have to kind of like follow it a little bit, because I do have relatives who are fairly much bigger, much more into it than I am. So like I hear about it. Especially whenever I happen to be like so some of my family are very big into talking at the TV when it comes to sports. So it's always if you happen to be anywhere near them and like say the rugby's on and the people are not doing well, or even like the football's on or something, like soccer or whatever's on, you get the same kind of attitudes, like the same kind of thing, like talking at the TV as if they can the players can actually hear what you're saying, and they're supposed to listen to the coach who's watching the TV rather than the coach who's on the field. Isn't football, soccer also big in Ireland? It's so funny thing about soccer is it is fairly popular in that people. Oh, congrats, St. Christian, on getting 7. Woo! So, the thing about soccer, the Republic of Ireland and Northern Ireland both have international teams. But generally, I think what ends up happening, and this happens in a couple of places, is that we don't really have any like big teams in Ireland. So if you end up being one of those big players, like in the big leagues and stuff in Europe, what end up happening is that you'll end up getting bought and brought into, like, say, one of the English teams or maybe Spanish teams or something like that. Like, there's a whole bunch of there's a lot of football teams that make a huge amount of money across Europe. Ireland doesn't have any of them. So, but yeah, like when I was in school, everyone wanted to play soccer when we were doing PE or whatever, but or sports or in school or whatever. But like, there's a lot more club-wise in Ireland. There's actually a lot more support for well, one, there's a huge support for rugby because it does well, and we've got a lot of schools out there that actively engage in a huge amount of rugby in the across the country, and then, but also the other sport that's often promoted a lot more here is what we call Gaelic football, or the Gaelic sports. Because Ireland has got, I think that goes there, yeah. So Ireland has got some national sports. One is called hurling, which is kind of similar to, it's a bit similar, it's people have described it as a mix between lacrosse and hockey, I think, is the best way to, is what I've heard. Actually, Viking has played it a little bit when he came to visit Ireland with his band, like the marching band. So yeah, Ireland has got some national sports which it puts a lot more money into than soccer. And then rugby is kind of considered a bit more of a, it's rugby is kind of considered a sport that is not necessarily elite, but like more done. It's played more by those in private schools or private education, and then in the public education system, a lot more time there's more money funded towards the Gaelic sports instead. And interestingly enough, if you are in some other schools, actually, interesting enough, a lot of this is where you get the whole Catholic Protestants thing in Ireland. If you go to a Protestant school, there's probably a good chance that you might be involved in the sport, might be leaning towards hockey. Not all the time, but it's just interesting that hockey is often done there. It's not exclusive to them, but it's just interesting how like the culture develops on this country. So yeah, lots of little things there, and I need to get some water for these. So okay, we got 2 islands done. We've only got 1 more island to build, and I do need to build the bridges, but I don't think I'm going to get the bridges done today. Okay, where is my dude? Corny, where are you? I hooked you up back here, didn't I? Okay. It's not the most convenient location for getting you. I think I can get back in, though. Okay, might just grab you, pick you up. Okay, how do I want to do this? I think... Okay, just going to sacrifice that lead there. Do the llamas get an island? I don't actually have any llamas yet. But if I was to do llamas, I think I'd have to do like some kind of like mountainous looking island or something. Dude, corny! Come here, please. Does the wandering trader sometimes loss the ones the wandering traders sometimes lose or don't have any. You know, if I get around to having some llamas, I might do that as well. The thing is, I'm going to add islands as they go along. So we'll definitely be adding more islands. Dude, come here. I need you to pick me up. No, come on. You can't get me from... Oh, there we go. Okay, can I pick you up here? Yes! Score. Okay, I do have one spare lead. Right, so this one is actually for the brown mushrooms, which I don't have yet. So they'll be a future group to get on. Llama-phobic. I will eventually... Who knows? I might get some llamas at some point. That jump, yes. I'm being very careful with my jumps right now. Probably because I have... Oh, well, actually, just in general, I have to be careful with my jumps because I've got so much stuff on me. I don't take my stuff off me to build these things, so... Because who knows why I might need it at any moment. Okay, let's grab you. But yeah, this island here shouldn't take too long, and then we will be finished with this. So this is my dog kennel, as Slipshot might call it. Oh, the poor puppies. The poor puppies. I find that I actually go backwards a lot more when I'm flying in a Happy Ghast. I don't know how often people use the Happy Ghasts elsewhere, but like they are so useful for Skyblock. Like this saves so much time compared to Season 1's building. Okay, in Season 1 I was still kind of learning how to do the island building. Like that was... I was so... Not necessarily... Part of it is learning, part of it was just like gaining confidence a bit more as a builder, because like I'm not particularly confident as a builder. Got a little bit better at it over time now. I think the thing I need to do first, and actually anyone who is not as comfortable building in Minecraft, I think what you have to do first is you just have to get to the point where you're like, okay, just get comfortable building. Doesn't have to be great, doesn't have to look amazing, you just have to get comfortable building and then move on from there. Then you can start getting into like noticing details and getting better at things. Because like you got a little bit more comfortable with it, you actually enjoy it a little bit more than when you didn't feel comfortable building. Oh, please tell me I've got some more basalt, do I? Yes, I do. Okay, great. Just to check my Y height, 54. Okay, I should be okay. I don't think I've been... Did I get asleep in the last night? I might have. Thing is, there's a bunch of people online. There's a good chance that someone will sleep. So I should be okay. Great thing is, mushroom fields, so nothing is going to spawn and kill me. Love that. Okay, coarse dirt and coarse dirt. Where is my coarse dirt? Having seen... I was hanging out watching Nuke's stream earlier and he got caught out by a couple of creepers. He didn't actually get caught by the creepers, he was able to deal with them. But when I saw the creepers, I was like, oh, I'm so glad that I'm in a biome where no creepers will spawn. And when I move to the Nether, oh, that's going to be fun because I'll have to start working with stuff where mobs can spawn. Oh, oh, I've got some more calcite. Brilliant. Okay, I thought for a sec I was out. Yeah. Here comes the doopy-doo-doo. Oh, actually, who here managed to catch any of... So a stream on Monday from Viking's channel, where his girlfriend played Minecraft for, or worked to beat Minecraft for the first time. I was like, oh, that's so cool. I didn't get a chance to hang out too much in it. One, because I was streaming myself for a bit, but I did catch a bit of it, and like just a little bit. And I was like, ah, oh, dudes, that's so cool. Great little thing to do for someone. Give someone a chance. Yeah, she is. I think she did do quite well. Like, as Viking says, she might not be a Minecraft enthusiast, but like she's a pretty reasonably good gamer. Is that the do I have any more basalt on me? I think I'm out of basalt. She did defend her game quite good. Woo. Podzol. Did I bring Podzol with me? Yes, I did. Okay, we've got our Podzol. This is probably where I think I used my moss here as well. Yeah, so this is our spot for our I'm going to need to bring over some grass as well. So dirt is going to go where the grass is right now. And we will replace it with grass as we go. Cauldron. Seriously, she did good. I mean, yes, Viking helped, but she did do good. Oh, I'm sure. What I found fascinating was she started they got into a little bit of chat about books as well. I wish I'd been able to hang out and stream a little bit longer, because like that would have been a good thing to have chat about. Get into book talk, since I do enjoy a good book myself occasionally. As you guys knew, I do love to talk about them quite regularly. And that is moss there. And then dirt. Okay, dirt 2. Let's just do this bit of dirt here, which is all grass. Sorry, all path. Okay, that is grass, moss, grass, moss. And am I completely out of dirt? Oh, only missing a few blocks. From to call away, talking about books a little bit. Absolutely. We're missing some blocks that I need to get. Oh, I've got leaf litter here. Did I make the leaf litter? I didn't make the leaf litter. Okay, looks like Lightmatica does not pick up on leaf litter. Well, okay. Well, we'll have to come back with the leaf litter. I think what I'll do is I'll get all this, as much of the island built as I can, and then the bits that don't get done, we can do when we've built the bridges out. So, because there will be a bridge out to this island from there down to here, and then connecting that one over there. We are building bridges across this island for all the different so that we can access them by walking. Do that there. Out of basalt as well, so I have to go get some more basalt. I've been wanting to ask about any hot takes, theories about the vamps. Oh, dude, I have. So, quick context, losers. Who have you watched, and how, and are you up to date on them? just so I have a little bit of context, I suppose. Because I've watched both Loot. I've obviously watched Lagundo and Avid's perspectives, and I did Avid's perspective first, and then I watched Lagundo's perspective. So considering you have watched Lagundo's perspective, you know why my brain is just like, at the end of Lagundo's video, I was like, dude, you did a thing, and I am so proud of you for telling the story that way and making that decision. So proud for what he did, because I thought it was a really, really good twist. Yeah, it is something. I have not been watching Owen's perspective, so I'm not 100% sure where Owen has gone with everything, but yeah. Think about it this way. From my perspective, I watched Avid first. So, and guys, I'm not going to be explicit about spoilers. So I will not be saying anything like saying, oh, this person became a vampire or that person became a vampire or whatever. I'm not going to say anything like that. So everything I'm doing is wishy-washy. But watching Avid's perspective and the things that happened there, and then knowing that, okay, Avid has made this choice at the end of his video, and it makes sense because it is Avid. Avid's choice is the only choice that Avid was going to make at the end of that video. It made perfect sense. But then to see Lagundo do what he did, and he made his choice, and you're like, when did that happen? That's the question. It's all like, when did that happen for him to make that choice? So, obviously, then I sit back and I watch Lagundo's video. And then it's like, oh, you did. And like, it's a very good piece of philosophy, though. It's a very, like, what I like about what Lagundo has done is he's done something quite philosophical there. He's like, think about it. Think about what Lagundo has been saying a lot of the time in his videos when he's communicating with the other people on the server, whether they're vampires or not. It's all about pointing out that everyone is a person. Vampire or human, everyone is a person. So it is, yeah, I really appreciated what Lagundo did. But it's cool to see, like, because like all the stories are important. Like what Avid has done, that is important for his story. We were all persons, not people. We're all persons. Yes, great English. I got a C1 in my English in my leaving cert, which is it's kind of honors. Okay, I think. Oh, by the way, yeah, this is like a food ball for the dogs. I probably should get another one. So we will come back and we do a bit of decorating over here. I do need to do a bit more stuff, but I'm not 100% sold on this kennel. But it's kind of hard to do a mini kennel on these islands. So yeah, this is what I came up with. And I did have a wee look online as well, and all the kennel suggestions that I found were quite a bit bigger than this thing, and I wanted to keep it small. So like, it really is just like a little shelter from the rain. Okay, I think, yeah, we are done because I realized our timing right now. So we have completed the main bulk of the islands. We're not ready to move the pets in yet. Let me just do a little fly. Actually, do you know, we need to get Corny down here anyway. So Corny, grab you, back up here. Right, Courtney, can I get my lead this time? Over here, over here. Yes, okay, got my lead. Now I just need to attract him back. Over here, dude. Must go to bed now. Nah, let you sleep well. Absolutely. Go get some sleep. Okay, can I can do this from the roof. That's okay. Aha! Okay. Let's turn off this. Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to get shaders turned on. Can I do shaders? Buenas noches. Sí. Okay, let's I'm gonna see if I can get shaders turned on. Will the hotkey work? The hotkey is doing the thing. The hotkey did the thing. Oh, that's pretty nice. I am quite happy with that. Like, let me just move back even further. So, as you can see, there is, you can see a pillar there. So you can see there's actually going to be a lot going on down here, which means we have potential for quite a few of these little islands. We could probably even build some more down around this side in the future. And yeah, like there's a lot of potential with these little islands, and they're not too hard to kind of like whip up. All you really need to do is just like come up with a little design to go on top, and then you create a new one. So yeah, now it is going to impact this bridge a little bit, because this bridge is now going to be removed and replaced with little which shall feel like rope bridges. So I want to make little rope bridges in between all these islands. And then what we'll do is we will connect that to this island here. In the future, this will be a project that Mangrove and Nether will work on together, figuring out how to make this bridge work. But I do want to make a little bit... This is just bringing the kingdom out a little bit more this way, which means that this bridge here is getting chopped, because the point is to have this be the thing there. So that this is the entrance to the kingdom would be somewhere over here, and then you come in and you make your way through the little islands onto over to the shroom. I don't want to have like just like straight bridges, particularly like this side of the kingdom is very much more organic than this side over here. This side is a lot more structured. So like this is giving me the vibes of like the shroom and the organics, and then over here we get a little bit more structured, which is why we get this straighter bridge heading off towards Bamboo Kingdom. And probably what I'll end up doing is I do need to build, I think, one more larger build up here to balance out the shroom there. So when I build the shroom back there, I'm really trying to consider how everything balances out, so how everything is going to look. So when you're coming in, gotta talk a little bit about the future plans of the base. So when you're coming in, you're actually kind of coming in this way from spawn. So tower first, fairly plain tower, so it doesn't draw the eye too much. The shroom is what really draws the eye. Then what will happen is the shroom behind will load in, and that will also draw the eye a little bit there. So those are your three main builds here. But what I'm conscious of is that when you come from this direction, it can look a little bit unbalanced. So when you come from bamboo, and I do want to keep in mind all these things. So when you come from bamboo, the big thing is you have the tower on the left, You see the shroom here on the side. There'll be another shroom back there in the distance. So I kind of feel like there needs to be another kind of structure here, and I think it should be something similar to like this industrial side, this more fortified thing. Are you going to have a bridge connecting to Spruce? Well, probably not, because Spruce is all the way up here. So, Kidda Bear, how are you doing? Good to see you. Let me just show you. Do you know? I'll go through like some of these plans are fairly ones I've probably talked about before. So we're only going to have 3 bridges property from the Nether Kingdom, and that is this one here, which is going to go into the main bridge to spawn. So we are going to be going up here, and then it will connect to this central bridge here. That is actually going to connect to the ice bridge underneath. So if there's an ice bridge here underneath, I'm going to connect it to that. So we'll connect to the ice boat, ice routes, if they are being worked on. So that will happen there. And one of the reasons why we're not going straight up to Spruce here is because you can see Mangrove Kingdom has been creating their bridge here. So not really particularly interested in cutting that across. Diagonal ice bridges are tricky to use. Oh, yes, they are. Oh, look at that. You can see the islands on the map. I love it. But yeah, so the only other bridge that we have to figure out, and this is probably because it's probably going to be a trickier bridge to build, is this bridge here between Mangrove and Nether. So yeah, I think I'm going to make it a point that I'm not really going to build any more islands out past here, unless they're part of the design that that Mangrove and Nether come up with for our bridge connecting our 2 kingdoms. So, but yeah, oh, that's so cool. You can see the little islands on the map. I love it. That's great. What's going down from the bamboo bridge? So this here is actually a bridge down to the end island. So this is the nature reserve that Alfie created for the Extra Life charity event that he did during the summer. So we will probably, I think if I do that, I think it would be nice to have a bridge going from out to the end island. And we do have plans to create a connection here between Nether and Bamboo in the future. So this island here will be ideal to create a highway down to the Nether, to the end island here, the nature reserve. So that's probably going to be a little bit further in the future, especially since we have easy access to this island via the Nether. So building a bridge out, it's not high priority, but it is something that we probably will do at some point. Oh, and there's the sunrise. I watch the sunrise. Ba ba da bum. Never remember the words. Does anyone remember the words to that song? Well, probably someone who's sat down and actually learnt it. Yep. Oh, the shaders. The shaders are doing okay right now. Don't think they're causing any issues. Oh, I forgot to finish the recording. Finish recording. Animal. Islands 2. Okay. So next time you see this, it will be done because I need to get this finished for my next episode. Have people started decorating their little islands at the strongholds? Out at Alfie's thing. The nature reserve. I finished mine. I'm not sure if anyone else has gotten round to it yet. But, yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, Nature Reserve, not 100% sure. But I'm sure they'll get round to it soon. Here, I'll just knock off shaders at the end. Okay, I think we can do a quick look at... a quick look at the... Just a quick check. I did get... Double check YouTube hasn't been... YouTube has been working. Yes. Hasn't it? Yeah, YouTube has been working. Okay, I'm pretty sure we can do a quick... Oh, yeah. Slipshot says yep. Thanks, Slipshot. I think that makes you number 1. Is it? Yep, Slipshot got number 1 today on YouTube. Oh, cool. Hilarious. Dryton. Oh, geez. Dryton? Okay, let's... we're going to head over to my single-player world and pop over to the what you call it? Temple to the Watchers. So, let's pop over there and do that. So, Temple to the Watchers and do a couple of things that we have to do over there. So, back here, single-player, Skyblock. I probably need to grab some levels, so... Song titles. Oh, sorry. That makes sense. Got a little bit confused. I do actually have the... Yeah, if it's about the Minecraft music in the background, yeah. Because I play the music from Minecraft. Whoops. Missed the spot. I just let my happy gas roam free in this world. Okay, how are we doing for levels? I think I could just buy a bunch here. No, I can't because it is not the right time. You have your own personal gas cloud. Yes, I do. It's awesome. I'm just gonna just buy stuff then, I suppose. Get levels. I don't think I need a huge amount of levels today, though. Aha. Okay. I'll trust that 10 levels will be enough. Cool. Okay. I do have a plan to come back and do another video in this world soon, I think. I think I do. Okay, let's pop over. This means actually I need a new box, Slipshot, I think. Or did you do one before? Let's do a quick check. Bum, 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 bum. Nope, I need to get a new box for Slipshot, who's number 1 over on YouTube today. That's brilliant. Okay, do I have a chest here? For those who do not know, we make boxes for those who get number 1. And the same thing for those who get first. So if you get first on YouTube, on Twitch, you can get your count your box. It's slip shot. Do I have snow on me? I do. Thank you for the bitties, footy. Appreciate it. Top of my raid. Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum. That's true. You raided for the first time today on my channel, so that means that you get added to the book. Okay, and I need a bit more iron. Okay, it's Slipshot first. Fantastic. Top fan today. Right, on the YouTubes. On the Twitch. Oh, wrong. Okay. I haven't got to catch your stream yet, buddy, but hope it's going well. Absolutely. Hope it is going well. Hope you're having a good time. The important thing is keep talking. And you never know who will pop in and hang out. Okay, today's first was General January. That might also be a new one. General, I'm not sure if you've got a first before. Okay, pretty sure General's first as well. Oh my word, we got 2 firsts today. Okay, cool. That means another chest. I'm glad I have a whole bunch of shulker boxes now to work with. Shulker and dye. Great, we got new people today. You get a box. I'm keeping talking. Absolutely. That's the cue. That's the clue. That's the cue to one of the cues to do streaming. Just remember to keep talking. Obviously, it's not the only thing you should be doing when you're streaming. There's a whole bunch of things that kind of contribute to doing well in streaming. But one of the basics is if you're not talking, or well, I suppose it depends on the style of stream, but talking is an important part. There we go, General. You have made it on the board. Congratulations. And yay. Slowly filling up. Okay, and you get a box, and you get a box, and everybody gets a box. And Footy gets a gets a book. Gets put in the book. So, put in the book for the raid. It's her first raid. SLG. Buddy. Okay. And Acorn raided me as well today, didn't she? I'll come back to that. And Footy made a 45 stream streak. My God, he's going back and forth like a yo-yo. And hi, MCC. I think I'm just going to do this all in order today. So Footy is here, 44. Sorry, 40. Now 45. GG's. Okay. Gatuno cheered 10 bitties. That was dangerous. I could have smashed into the glass there. Now, Gatuno, have you done this before, I think? Gatuno, did you change your name? I don't know if Gatuno's still here. Kind of feel like Samo Gatuno is also the same person. I wonder if that's in my list. Okay, I'm gonna take a guess that Gatuno changed their name. Because, like, I'm pretty sure Samo Gatuno is the same person as Gatuno MC, which would bring this up to 70. And I'm gonna just change the name there. Pretty sure. I will, if I see them in the future, I will try my best to remember to ask. To double check. Okay. Then we had a Lunar Lou resubscribed today. They put my number higher in 2 streams times. My Oprah, and what cool visor you have. Yes. Okay. Lunar. Where are you on the thing? Lunar Lou. Pretty sure I stay on this gold here. It's now up to 4 months. Fantastic. And then we had Acorn Bandit raided. Acorn is now up to 9 raids. Jurassica subscribed with Prime. Jurassica, is that your first? I'm trying to remember now. Is that the first? Snooze ads. trying to see now if that was Jurassica's first sub or if it is a second month one or something. Okay, they're not there. Just gonna quickly look through here. That is their number. Okay, that's their first prime. Brilliant. Okay, cool. So that means I get to add them to the wall here. Jurassica 1. Awesome. Okay. And scrolling up still, we have hi, I'm Cece. Hi, I'm Cece. Not sure if Cece is up here yet. Yes, okay, Cece gets added to the board today. Gets added up here today. Okay, Cece. And taken out of the book. Because they're now on the wall. Okay. If we get to a point where there's a lot of people who've rated me twice, I may have to move them back into the book. Zen Christian is on a 7-stream streak. I love doing this. I love just taking notes of all these little achievements that people have made. It's just like a nice way to be able to say, hey, look, you guys have managed this. It's very simple. Okay, Zen Christian, have you been there we go. Zen Christian is 5. Okay, so 5 needs to be upgraded to 7. And I think, yeah, I do need to make a new anvil. Like, if I'm able to do a thing in the future where I can let people onto this world or do a world download in the future, then people could actually come and have a look at their stuff. It's nice as a member of the community to feel like we're a part of it. It's part of my world. Yeah. And if things get busy, I suppose, in the future, I will have to kind of reconsider how I do it. But the thing is, if I reconsider how I do it, I will keep what has been done so far. Give me an opportunity to maybe do another temple. I do need to come in and do more candles soon. But that's okay. I'm going to take this second just to double check. It is 1382. Aha! I've been doing my math right. I've been getting it correct so far. Lost my streak visiting family for Thanksgiving. Oh, that's okay. It happens. So was it? I have to say, is it Canadian Thanksgiving recently? If I'm remembering, I know Canadian. I think Canadian Thanksgiving is earlier than so it's earlier than the US Thanksgiving. So pretty. It's just like they just fade off into the stars. It's so cool. Okay. Right, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a look and see where I can send you guys now that we've made it to the end of the stream. So, YouTube. Let's see who is online. Oh, okay. There's a few people online right now. Oh, Avid has gone live now. Is he? Is Avid live now? You're very welcome, Axioma. I don't really get a chance to raid Avid very often. Um, do I go into Alfie or do I go to Avid? Oh. Because I'm not raiding Viking because I raid him quite often. Yeah, Among Us was great this week. We had a great time. I think... Toss a coin to your Twitcher at the end of your fantasy. Okay, he's doing a chat. I'm gonna send you to. I'm pretty sure I know what Avid's doing, but I'm not sure what Alfie's doing. So I'm gonna send you guys. Oh, he's dirt maxing for his next build. We're gonna Alfie. We're gonna go to Alfie. I might even pop back onto SBK and say hi to Alfie and see how he's doing with the dirt maxing. But yeah, we're gonna go say hi to Alfie. Please do stick around and get for the raid and all that jazz, and give Alfie some lurk from me. Send him over the raid message. If you do happen to be chatting over on YouTube and want to say hi to Alfie, please do, and I will see you guys very soon over there. But anyway, guys, I will be back next Monday. There will hopefully be a video out this weekend, but my next stream will be on Monday because I'm away this weekend. So everyone, enjoy the rest of your weekend and week, and I will hopefully get the video out in the next couple of days. Goodbye, everyone. Slánzies, au revoir, bonsoir. And if you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you really like it, hit the subscribe button. And if you're on Twitch, follow, have fun, bye.